So you stopped with Usopp, bro, huh?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the deck?
I think it's pretty good. I think you lose Dofi, which is one of your better matchups. But I think
You think like even with the hit,
with what hit?
the Dofi? You talk about Dofi
Yeah,
later, right?
I'm saying Dofi's not going to exist.
Oh, okay.
So Dofi's not going to exist, which is a better matchup for you. For some reason, Giant didn't get hit, so like P Luffy's still around. P Luffy's kind of rough. You really want to go first against P Luffy. The other matchups are like pretty favored. Blackbeard's a little rough depending on how the Blackbird plays, but you have lines that can beat Blackbird. Your guys are just really big and they're hard to answer.
Okay.
Like they can't black hole anything because everything's a five cost. So black hole's useless. Basically, the only thing they can do is pistol, or unless they have auger plus X, they can black hole.
I see.
Like they typically go Kuzan into auger instead of Kuzan into Burgess against you because they just slam Burgess and it's kind of if they play patient with it, you can't really answer it.
So you think basically the only bad matchup right now is P Luffy? That's relevant.
I think P Luffy's really bad. Anel might be bad. I haven't played against Anel.
I don't feel like you're gonna see a lot of Anel either. So.
The mirror is super skillful. It's not like it's not like some toxic mirror.
Yeah.
So you can skill your way out of mirrors, which is pretty good. Yeah, the matchup right off the bat that I see that's probably rough is P Luffy.
Gotcha.
But
okay, let's see how it is.
So 4-stage, this is like your engine. This allows you to, if you don't know what this card does, it allows you to characters that come in have rush against other characters.
Gotcha.
So I'll go into this later.
Okay.
I play 6 searchers. Rebecca's look at top 3, take a dress rest of bend the refs, and then Leo is rest either your leader or your stage. Search top 5, grab 2, and then you discard a card after. So I go first. I know some people are talking about going second. I think going first is way better. So turn 1, you want one of these. Ideally, you find stage, or you just set up later turns. But this is, I'll go into a little bit more on what you want to search off this. But stage is like number 1 priority early.
Okay.
So these are searches, pretty self-explanatory there. The next is a little out of order, but so these are mainly 2Ks. You can activate main, sack it to give something -3 cost, which comes up, but typically you just play this as a 2K. And then the blocker lineup, for IDEO, for Barto, which Barto's also a 2K, and then for Frankie. The IDEO is very often like a turn 2 play, because you can either go like turn 1 Leo into either turn 2 Rebecca, turn 2 Leo, or turn 2 stage plus IDEO, and at that point you have 5 cards in hand. So whenever they swing with lead, you just block with IDEO, and you block their swing, and you draw a card off lead. So like this is really good. These are 2Ks, which are also blockers that come up, and then Frankie's a blocker that says on KO you play a Dressrosa from trash. So if you have stage out, and you like swing lead or whatever, you can block with Frankie. You'll draw off a lead. And then you can play either Leo from trash to search 2. You can play if their only swing is lead, you can play another blocker from trash. So that way you'll have a blocker set up for next turn. But all these cards are really good. Blocker's just super synergistic with the deck because you draw.
Okay.
Is this? We'll just leave this out. This is important. I play 2 pudding.
Card fucked me up. So.
Yeah, it won that matchup. I played it against Shanks. I might have played it against Shanks, I can't remember. A lot of us aren't playing this card. I'm not playing the 3-drop event, like Gum King Gone, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't really have a lot of cards on trash often, and when you do, they're getting put back by 7 Leafy, so you don't really get the double strike. So I felt it was kind of rough, and then I cut that and a Sabo for 2 pudding, and I just think this will come up. I think Anel's gonna be more. Anel might be more prevalent. It lost Dofi, which was its best matchup. So maybe not see as much Anel, but I think Shank's gonna be popular. I think P Luffy's gonna be very popular. Maybe purple black Luffy. And I think this card's just pretty good against all those. And worst case, it's counter. And then we get into the engine of the deck. So for Rebecca, if you don't know what this card does, it says on play you draw a card if you have an 8 cost on board, but with leader it's always an 8. And then you can play a 7 active and then a 4 or less rested. A 7 or less active and then a 4 or less rested. So your targets to play off of Rebecca are Sabo, There's gonna be a lot here, so I don't know. I don't know how zoomed in here.
That's alright.
Sabo, Zoro, Cav, Kyros, and Luffy. So Saba's another 2K counter. This is protection. So if something would be removed from your board, if a dress would be removed, you can bounce Saba back to your hand instead. So it's a 2K that just comes back to your hand to protect your stuff. So this is a little more niche, but it can get played. So we're going to cut this. And then Zoro pops a 4. On play, you rest stage or leader to pop a 4. And then Miltu. And then Cav. This is probably the best card in the deck. Or second, like one of the best cards in the deck. You draw 2, pitch 1. So this is filtering your hand the entire time. If you turn 1 you go Leo plus X, or you just go Leo. Turn 2 you go like Sage plus IDEO ideally, and then if they have like arrested like Luffy or arrested whatever, if you're playing Dofi for some reason and they're flipping or whatever, you can go turn 3 play Cap, swing into it, and then this will start filtering your hand. So these are both good, and then you play Kyros, which is it's a 7/9 that bounces a guy on play. So you'll bounce a 5, and then whatever else they have rested, if you have Sage on board, this has rush, so you just swing into it. And then if you don't have Kyros, you can play Luffy. This you bottom 7 cards from your trash to restand it. So this the turn it plays, it can like swing at 2. It can swing at 2 5Ks. You can swing at something, and then next turn you can go big with Dawn.
Actives, right?
This can swing at active also. So this is like your main engine. And then outside of this, the other 2 cards I play are double red rock.
Okay.
This is just really good. It's like a beard format right now. I think we're going into a beard format. We might. I still don't know about it now. I think beard just shits on it now, so we might not see that much of now. But this is good against Shanks, beard. It's okay against the mirror. Not really what you want to be doing against the mirror, but it's okay.
So overall, though, so you think it's gonna be like top 5 deck in the meta? You think?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be probably. So out of the new stuff, I think Law's not very good. I think Law's very fun, but it's not very good. Sugar's not very good. I think Smoker's gonna be good. I think Smoker's a good match up into Beard. I think the Kid deck might be good. I think this deck's gonna be good. Then as far as old decks go, we have Beard, we have P Leafy, we have maybe Black Purple Leafy. I think that's missing like a card or 2. What else? Shanks. I would put this in top 5 for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
What advice would you give to anybody that's trying to pick up this deck right now?
Cab is really good at filtering. Sometimes you do want to play in advance and have this set up. Because depending on your matchup, this will allow you, like if you're playing against P Leafy, for example, you turn 1 Leo, then your turn 2, you can place like stage plus this, and then their turn 3 is going to be ideally playing Luffy Taro. And if they go Luffy Taro plus, if they don't go Luffy Taro plus Sangoro and they go like Luffy Taro plus Zoro, your follow-up turn can be you crack this, put Luffy Taro to 4, and then we Rebecca into Zoro.
Oh, this was the combo you were telling me.
Yeah, we Rebecca into Zoro plus Kyros. The Zoro is gonna pop the Luffy Taro because it's a 4, and then Kyros is gonna bounce. Actually, this is gonna bounce whatever they play, even if it's Sangoro.
Gotcha.
And then we spent, they spent their 7 on turn just to establish 2 guys. We bounced and killed everything they played, and then whatever the other guy that they had, they probably have like a Zoro or something established already. This can just swing at it because we have rush.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So if you can set up this line against Luffy Taro, it's really good. And their only counterplay, realistically, is instead of playing Luffy Taro on 7, they play Sanji on 7. They rest this and this dies. But at that point, they still didn't Luffy Taro you, so you still just do this, and then this can still swing 9 at the Sanji, and then you're still in like a great spot.
Yeah.
And if they already had a 4-drop on board, the Zoro pops the 4-drop. So it's like, I feel that matchup is very Darrow dependent. If you go first, I think you're favored. But with Leo searches, you always want to have access to this. This plus this is really good. If you don't have to bounce anything with Kyros, you want to get Luffy. But yeah,
Okay.
I think this is real good.
Well, congratulations, bro. Hopefully, top some more.